I know you're searching for a straightforward strategy, one that's easy to follow with no complex rules, a strategy that offers a high win rate and substantial rewards. Hey Tigers, welcome to today's video. I'm excited to introduce you to the ICT Silver Bullet strategy, one of the most trending and user-friendly strategies out there. In this video, I'll walk you through a step-by-step trading plan that can transform you into a profitable trader, helping you earn substantial profits. Be sure to watch until the end to grasp all the essential details. The Silver Bullet strategy is time-based, which means it's only active at specific times of the day. If you have a busy schedule or prefer not to spend hours staring at the charts, then this strategy is perfect for you. It operates 3 times a day. First, we have the London Silver Bullet from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. Secondly, the New York AM session, which runs from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And finally, the New York PM session, taking place from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Please note that all these times are in New York time, also known as Eastern Standard Time, so ensure your trading view is set to UTC-5. Silver Bullet trading setups occur during these time windows. If there's no trade setup or if you happen to miss one, don't worry, you can always look for it during the next time window. Before diving into the steps of the Silver Bullet strategy, let's first explore the trading pairs where this setup is most common. While it can occur on all pairs, the best pairs for the Silver Bullet are Euro USD, GBP USD, Nasdaq 100, and S&P 500. My personal favorites are the Euro USD and Nasdaq 100. Now, let's unveil the steps to trade the ICT Silver Bullet. First of all, you have to open TradingView 15 minutes before the Silver Bullet trading window. Select the currency pair you want to trade. Now, on a 3 or 5 minute time frame, identify the draws on liquidity and mark them on your chart. These could be recent highs and lows, the previous day's high and low, relative equal highs or lows, or even the previous week's high and low. After that, switch to a 1 minute time frame and wait for one of these liquidity points to be taken. For example, if the price drops below a recent low, it triggers sell stop orders of traders waiting for their orders to execute. Once liquidity is triggered, you have to wait for a market structure shift in the opposite direction with a displacement. This shift must create a fair value gap. Don't worry, I'll explain these terms shortly. A market structure shift occurs when the market reverses after closing past the recent swing point. For instance, if the price was in a sell program, creating lower lows, but then it closes above this recent low, that's a market structure shift. The same applies if the price was in an uptrend, creating higher highs, but then closes below a recent swing low. Remember, it's essential that the price closes and doesn't just wick through that swing point. Now, displacement. It is an energetic move, characterized by price movement with force. Look for aggressive price movements in one direction, that's displacement. It can be a few consecutive candles. These candles are an example of displacement. The fair value gap is formed by 3 candles. When price moves with displacement, it leaves fair value gaps behind. These gaps are created when the candle between the first and third candles has an area that wasn't covered by the body or wick of the first and third candles. Usually, price tends to return to fill these gaps. Now, back to the steps. Once a market structure shift occurs with displacement, leaving a fair value gap behind, it's time to enter the trade on that fair value gap. Set your stop loss below the previous high and low. Your take profit should aim for the lowest hanging fruit, the closest liquidity or swing point in the opposite direction. You can also target a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. Personally, I often aim for the opposing lowest hanging fruit. When I reach a 1 to 1 risk to reward ratio, I take 75% of the profits, move my stop loss to break even for a risk-free trade, and let the remaining 25% run until I achieve a 1 to 2 or 1 to 2.5 ratio. Remember, you should only enter trades during the specified time windows. As soon as the time window ends, close your charts. Avoid the temptation of forcing trades after these windows. Keep in mind that market structure shift, displacement, and fair value gap can occur before or during the time window, but you should only enter trades within the designated time. Now, let's examine a few Silver Bullet examples. Here's an actual trade I took. I prepared my trading setup 15 minutes before the 10 a.m. Silver Bullet time window. I marked the nearest buy side and sell side liquidity. A few minutes before the time window started, the sell side liquidity was triggered. As soon as this happened, it reversed in the opposite direction with a displacement, leaving not one but two fair value gaps. You can see the market structure shift when the price closed above the recent high. With multiple fair value gaps, you can use the Fibonacci or Gann box to enter at the 50% level for a better trade entry. Here's another trade I took during the 10 a.m. Silver Bullet. I followed all the steps, and once the sell side liquidity was triggered, I waited for a market structure shift and entered the trade on this fair value gap, targeting the low. Although it went even lower, I stuck to my rules. These are just a couple of examples. There are many more Silver Bullet trade setups you can study. To help you avoid bad setups and increase your win rate, here are some tips based on my observations during backtesting. Take only one trade per time window, regardless of whether you win or lose. Don't place a trade if a market structure shift doesn't occur with displacement or if it doesn't create a fair value gap. Avoid trading during news events right at the beginning or during the time window. Stay away from trading on days with FOMC events, as they tend to result in messy price action. Before you start live trading with the ICT Silver Bullet strategy, remember to backtest and practice thoroughly. If you have any questions or doubts, feel free to ask in the comments. Also, if this video receives 50 likes, I'll take on a prop firm challenge using this strategy. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay updated with more valuable videos. Thanks for being a part of our community.